Welcome to another episode of the INH show where we talk about geek culture, news, and lifestyle. Like I said before, we're going through our trailers from San Diego Comic-Con.
Part 2.
Oh, I wish I was there.
One year will make it happen.
Hey, next year, Fan Expo. So for you guys out there, that's
and of
not
course,
that we're
you're
anything,
all invited to join us.
and just say hi to both of us. Hello, guys.
Hey, we're a big deal, alright?
But Fan Expo and possibly we're talking about Chicago.
Yeah, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
All right. I'm so excited, but I definitely want to go. So,
well, speaking of excitement, I'm excited about this trailer. I'm excited about this episode, the Justice League movie.
Justice League.
So now I don't know when this actually comes out. It will come out after Wonder Woman, right? It has to come out after Wonder Woman.
I would assume so, because taking a look at the Wonder Woman trailer where she's getting to know, typical America and all that sort of stuff, or wherever they are, right? Located, I assume, in America or London or wherever these countries are, is her getting to know, males and stuff like that. We've established that that's a prequel, just like Captain America First Avenger. Whereas...
So presumably the end of Wonder Woman is going to lead to this...
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think so.
Well, we got it queued up. We've seen the trailer.
Wait, actually, putting it in order. But let's put it in order. It would be Wonder Woman.
Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman.
Yes, and then Justice
Wonder
League.
Woman, and then Justice League.
Oh, you reckon Wonder Woman...
comes first? I think so. I think we'll see that before
Wonder
Justice
Woman
League.
comes before Justice League, yes, but what about Wonder Woman before Batman vs. Superman and all that?
Oh, you're talking about chronologically?
Chronologically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay,
Wonder Woman's before Batman vs. Superman.
Cool.
So we're going to hit play. We've seen it. We'll
play.
talk over the top of it. I thought this was quite interesting. The following footage was prepared by the filmmakers as a special look for the fans in attendance. Well, we're not in attendance, but we'll take it.
I mean, I think it's great that they're sharing it, so let me just pump up the volume a little bit.
Go ahead.
That was last night.
Alright, so we get a bearded Bruce Wayne. That's interesting.
I don't know about this, dude. I don't...
What about this?
He's not the Aquaman that I grew up with.
Oh, just because he doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Correct.
Yeah, well, of course we're kind of a man of culture, you know?
But why would they change it? Why would they change it?
I think this is all looking pretty cool so far. And the one thing that is evident straight away is that the music? Yes,
it makes it cooler, right? It makes it more fun.
Licensed music. DC are learning from Suicide Squad.
What do you think of the Flash, Barry Allen? Who's not blonde? Who's supposed to be blonde? Isn't he blonde?
Now, why are they calling him Barry? Is there any reason why he couldn't be Wally West, for example?
They should. It would be awesome to use Wally West instead.
Because we already have a Barry Allen.
Yeah, which is a TV series, right?
Probably more or less. He said no.
Did you like that? It was a bit more lighthearted.
Yeah.
This is all lighthearted, you know.
What,
that's the
is
whole
Bruce
tone
going to
of
be
this
like
movie.
that, though?
I mean, he's not going to be cracking jokes the whole movie, but do you have a problem with that?
I don't know. I think Bruce in Justice League, to me, is always like the darker, the more serious, the more leader,
When he puts the cape on, he's Batman, but when he's Bruce Wayne, he's Bruce Wayne.
That's a very good point. Okay.
Now this, I have a bit of an issue with this.
What?
No, this is cool, but... Oh, well, we've already seen it, but the Batarang looked a bit weird to me. Like, I'm looking at this, I don't know, it just looks a bit weird.
A bit chunky
it's
and
big,
not,
it's chunky, yeah.
It's not... It's stylized in that Batman vs. Superman, like, it's almost close to the logo, right?
Yeah,
or the branding.
Like, it's got all these little grooves in it, and it's kind of weird.
Like that. Yeah. I need...
This is a bit weird, you know, like, I think he's playing a very, you know... See, like, look, the lines and grooves and all that.
That looks weird. His head looks way too big. Is that footage from Batman vs. Superman?
You know, now, so we're seeing quite a lot here. We're seeing the Flash suit, we're seeing Cyborg as well.
Very quickly, that looks so fake.
I hate that. Yeah, I think it's a little bit. It's a little bit too digital to me.
Is that it? Oh.
Well, is this bit? Yeah.
You can talk to fish.
So you know what's interesting about this trailer, right? So it starts off with this guy. What is it? He comes in on the King Tide. He brings in fish when when people are starving. So he can talk to fish, and he's feeding him fish. And what is he telling the fish? Is he like some sort of fish charmer? Is he like pipering them? You know, because that's almost like, you know, it's a bit weird to me that they mention that which is obviously a big part of his character. But so he's basically a traitor to his own kind. If he's
pretty much.
fish.
Pretty much.
Well, we see quite a bit in this trailer.
We do.
I think the big things that I took away from it is number one, there is licensed music.
Okay.
Which is straight out of Suicide Squad.
Yep.
You know, they use licensed music.
That's a smart move. I think it has worked for a lot of trailers.
Yep. And I mean, when you look at the Man of Steel and the Batman vs Superman trailers, there was none of that. But and this one is also lighter in tone. They're not straight up, you know, like improv comic experts like the Marvel people are. But they're making
But
light
do you
jokes.
think they're starting to follow the Marvel formula?
A little bit. There's no problem with doing that.
I think it's a good thing.
And you know what?
It's not shameful at all.
Exactly. Marvel formula works. So why would you
Not want to follow something that works or
Precisely.
better it, right? Like use it, better it. Not just go, oh, just because we're doing that, we're going to go with the opposite way, and then
if the opposite
ruin it.
direction is working, like
Then-
if it works for DC, then
Yeah,
fine,
right, then
keep
do
doing
it.
it. But it's not working.
Right.
So I'm very happy with what we've seen very little. Like the villain is like I think we see a mother box in the
Of some
trailer,
sort,
like
yeah.
being buried into the grave. We don't see too much of it, but I think this is trying to tell people that hey, look, we're not going to be all dark in this movie.
Okay.
You're going to have a good time.
Yep.
One way or another.
Yep. I mean,
so
the dialogue's got jokes in it as well, right? Like,
yeah, well, we're talking about jokes, but like, you know, so Ezra Miller's like, oh, you know, I need friends. Like,
yeah.
now obviously he is not. I don't think he's writing those jokes down, but there
No.
could have been a better punchline. I think. You know,
Is he the same Flash that was in Batman vs Superman? He was, wasn't
it's the
he?
same actor.
Yeah,
I
same
believe,
actor,
yeah, except
yeah.
he had like a goatee and like a ponytail or something.
That's
in
what
the,
I
in the
thought
trailer.
as well. That's why when I watched it, I was like, oh, that does look like the Flash. And then I started thinking back into Batman vs Superman. And in Batman vs Superman, I don't remember for him to look like that. I thought he looked different with some sort of different costume.
Well, it was like
looking
some
thing and-
injustice, you know, where like he has a helmet and the helmet opens up and he's got a costume. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it was weird. So okay, so it's not just me. It wasn't my imagination. I wasn't just
No.
seeing things. Okay,
But we
cool.
see the Flash costume and we sort of see him in
Yep.
action. I think that looks pretty cool. Yes, the way his power works, I know it's weird, like they make things
like sparks going
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
So
Which is
whenever-
probably just stylized just so you can see that something is happening.
Yeah,
but
but-
I thought that's pretty cool.
It's cool, but it makes no sense to me because, like, if he's in his zone, sparks are going everywhere, like light bulbs are going, you know, and all that sort of stuff. But for someone
It's
like this,
the
we're
s-
like,
well, we don't see it. I mean, you know, like it's the Speed Force, or maybe you
Okay.
see like the little lightning bolt when he moves, because there's
Okay.
a little scene where he sort of moves around.
yeah, true. That being
he-
said, what do you? I mean, I
He's talked about Cyborg. when he was in
Cyborg
the
looks so
trailer.
fake.
I
He
didn't
looks so
like-
fake.
Now,
I
of
don't
course,
like it.
things can change because this is only a trailer for a movie
Yep,
that's not
yep,
going to
yep,
come
yep,
out for
yep,
a
yep.
year or so.
Yep.
But the design is a little bit. It's like something out of Michael Bay's Transformers movie. When I look at it, you know, I think they could have simplified it a little bit.
And obviously Aquaman.
Well, we didn't see him.
Aquaman?
We didn't see him in costume, but I thought
The costume looks cool for an updated version, but I still
they are building up Aquaman to be like this guy that everyone
struggle.
wants to,
I'm just really struggling
because he looks so different to the Aquaman that you know.
that I grew up with. Yes.
That- yeah,
blonde
that's fine.
haired,
Yeah,
white
yeah, yeah.
guy, you know, and
I think it's okay. I think Aquaman.
I hope he's good.
Yeah, well, I think Aquaman. It sort of makes sense to make him this,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
an islander sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
And I
Okay.
think I think people are gonna accept that. But it's just weird to me that they're giving him this big push. You know, with this fifth Rebirth, Aquaman Rebirth, that's going on in DC right
I
now.
haven't been following it too.
But you've seen the picture of it because
Yes,
it's drawn by
absolutely.
one of our favorite artists, Brad
Brad
Walker.
Walker.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Brad Walker. But he's this blonde. He's clean shaven. He's got short hair. So if you like Aquaman in this movie, and I think most people are gonna like him in this movie, you're gonna go to the comic book shop.
And he's gonna look completely
And
different.
you're not
You're
going to
be
get
shocked.
Aquaman. Yeah, that's not the Aquaman that you're going to
Do you
get,
reckon
which is
they're
kind
gonna
of
switch?
weird.
Do you reckon they'll switch it around and follow this eventually? Because you know how a lot of comic books end up
They
following
could've-
how
I-
films are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or they're probably going to
So-
follow the armor or something. I don't know. Barry Allen is a bit weird as well, using the name of Barry Allen. So this trailer, I guess, the tone is very different from what we've seen in the
It
DC
is.
movies.
It is.
Was it jarring to you?
It was just awkward to me. Not necessarily in a bad way or a good way. It just is. Does that sort of make sense? Like,
Yeah,
It's just like, all right, okay.
To me, it didn't feel like a DC movie,
It does. It
which is
it
not a
doesn't-
bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
To put it bluntly, it's a good thing. How they went about it in regards to not having everyone having their feature film and then doing a Justice League, I think that's the wrong way to go about it.
I
But
agree.
I hope that this works out to be really good. Because the feel of it is good in comparison to all the others, right?
Like, this is supposed to be an ensemble movie, right? So
Right.
if we had a Flash movie, an Aquaman movie, and a Cyborg movie,
Right.
Those
Which is all
scenes-
we needed now to
And then-
complete it all. Yeah.
It would have meant so much more that if we see Bruce interacting with them.
Right.
This is the first time
makes-
we
it makes more sense.
But now,
Yeah.
now all we have is that Batman vs Superman movie.
Do you reckon that they're just trying to play catch up with Marvel because Marvel has already gone into their third Avengers movie?
Oh well,
You know what
I mean, I'm sure they are because Marvel's making so much money. Of course they are. But I will say this: Marvel is going to play catch up to DC with Wonder Woman because when Wonder Woman
Look.
is the solo female movie, Marvel doesn't have that. You know,
Look.
they talked about Black Widow. They're going to get Captain Marvel, but.
Yeah.
But so yes, we do want these movies to be good. I'm optimistic and I'm hopeful.
I hope it's good, but
This
look,
plays more to my sensibilities, I guess. You know, I want it to be light. I don't want it to be all dark and grim.
So you know what? Just very on a side note, I want it to be great, but again, my reaction after watching this the first time was like this. Because I'm super skeptical after Batman vs Superman, but I hope they learned from that and gone, you know what, we totally screwed up. Now we know what to do.
I'm also skeptical,
Do you know
and
what I mean?
we haven't. Suicide Squad
just don't-
comes out in like 2 weeks, so I guess
that looks fun, but I hope
Suicide Squad will play a big part as to how much I'm looking forward to these movies.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
gonna watch them on opening night either way.
Yep.
And I'll have plenty to say about them either way, I'm sure.
Okay.
But it seems to me that they are showing us that they're going in a somewhat different direction, and I don't see anything wrong with that. To me, it's going a step in the right direction.
It is going in the right direction.
I don't want DC to have Batman basically be Tony Stark. I don't want them to have Wonder Woman be like Thor with the god from another planet or
Right.
anything like that.
I got two things to say though. One, where's Hal Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Two, Jeff Johns is leading this.
That I don't know, but
Okay.
I can imagine Jeff
I would
Johns.
imagine
I can imagine.
He's the one who's doing the big push because
I think he's somewhere behind the scenes. I don't know.
Yeah.
If he, I don't know if he wrote. the whole
I don't
thing.
think he's a writer, but I think he's like really like head of production or something. Like they're doing a massive push for him. I swear I read an article like a month ago or so where they sort of said.
I think he has a big role in this, but to what extent I don't really know.
So maybe that's why he's gotten a little bit different. They're like, you know what, we screwed
Well, I
up.
don't know. There's no Green Lantern, and doesn't he
But
love
there
that
is,
character?
yeah. I mean,
No
where's
Green
Hal?
Lantern and no Superman, which to me is a little bit interesting because presumably Superman, like they're gonna have to explain to us how Superman comes back to life. Like,
Maybe
we know
Hal
he's
Jordan
come back
brings Superman back, like from space. I don't know. I'm making
from
things up.
space. Well, I mean, it's buried in the.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, let us know what you think of the Justice League trailer. Are you as excited as Ken, or are you just like?
Let us know what you
like
think
I
about this shift in tone.
Yeah,
because
definitely, we wanna
that's a
know.
pretty big deal.
I'm pretty sure
I think
everyone
it
would
is.
agree with us that it's a lot better.
Well, I know one person who doesn't agree with me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
don't. Anyways.
His name it rhymes with Rick. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, let us know what you guys think. Comment below.
Yeah. All right. Comment below, and I guess we'll catch you guys next time, yeah?
See you on the next INH show.